Philip James, and this is my progressive podcast. So, if you can't already tell, I've taken my full extract cannabis oil today. I'm trying to increase the dose, as I said before, to in the previous podcast, that I need to just keep hitting this with the antioxidants. Also, flooding the ECS, the endocannabinoid system. I have to keep flooding it to ensure that the cancer doesn't have any way of progressing. That it's fundamentally a metabolic disease, cancer. So it's just like inflammation where your immune system has sort of just not understood that that's a problem. To the immune system, a lot of the time your cancer is just seen as part of you, just a normal part of you, just a normal part of the body, so it would just not stand out. They are looking at more clever ways of getting around that, because at the end of the day, all you're trying to do is stop inflammation somewhere, but it's the getting there that's the problem. So we've seen some really clever things like surgical techniques where chemotherapy, which is cytotoxic to daughter cells of cancer, it's like a procedure where the chemotherapy is pushed into the tumour in a clever way, using ultrasound to manipulate where those bubbles that contain the chemotherapy are going to go. And there's a couple of other things that are more based on better absorption. That's passing through the blood-brain barrier. I mean, that's usually the biggest problem with brain cancer, is trying to get past that part of the immune system, and that's it's asking a lot. Because you have that there to stop toxins, and with chemotherapy, they are toxins. You're trying to find something that's toxic to certain cells at the end of capillaries and blood vessels that go on for miles. I've been following the news in the States a lot recently, with the elections kicking off there next year in 2020. As I've said in previous podcasts, I'm definitely supporting Tulsi Gabbard. The people that are the most progressive people I know, all the best people I know, they're all endorsing her. That kind of just makes it a bit an easy option when you see that kind of movement. This Mueller investigation. I've been watching the Young Turks ever since 2016, and it was although it wasn't nowhere near the result anyone wanted there, it was an amazing campaign in terms of the unity that the Young Turks had, on the screen back then, when they were all supporting Bernie Sanders. And that's just going to be one of those classic parts of history in podcasting. Who knows where such data will lie in millennia from now. We never know how to look far ahead into the future. And it's like when you're diagnosed with a condition like this, brain cancer. So this is the same type of cancer that killed John McCain and Joe Biden's son, Beau Biden. Well, this is the grade 3, so it's not quite as aggressive, but they might as well be. I mean, they're not good statistics in terms of survival. They really put up a challenge, and it's certainly done that to me, because this is my second time fighting it, and this time I'm on chemotherapy for the first time. So I've got to take the end of my third cycle in probably about 10 minutes or so. So yeah, that was just going to be just like 10 minutes to, I guess, wind this up. I really want to thank everybody that has supported my podcasts over all the 3 years that I've been dealing with cancer, because I've been doing vlogs ever since then, and in fact through radiotherapy I did a vlog every single day. I don't think there was one I missed, apart from one where I was sick, but it was kind of just like a flu that sort of plagued the whole house. So yeah, I just really want to thank all you people that have supported my videos and shared them and liked them, and especially those who have interacted. I just love to interact with people. In terms of like questions, I love to answer like questions on a kind of format basis like that for these podcasts. So at the moment I'm basically just going off how I'm dealing with chemo, and how I'm analysing a bit of American politics, because British politics has gone absolutely boring. It's so bad because of this Brexit nonsense. Everybody's fed up. It's like the general mood of the country is basically everybody's just fed up with it. I'm fed up of cancer, really, because my dad's got cancer at the same time that I've got cancer. I'm sure we're not the only family that gets hit this hard by it. I'm sure it's more common than we actually think. Probably a horrible realisation. But I'm a still believer that you should never dwell on the stats, because then I find that they just become self-fulfilling prophecies, where you just become the stats. It's almost like you convince yourself that you must give in. But I only know not giving in. That's the only thing I know how to know, if that makes any sense. It's the only thing I know how to do is to just never give in. And I mean, in that respect, I'm kind of simplifying it, because it's not easy. There's nothing's easy about what I'm going through at the moment. The chemotherapy, it's not easy. And this is how it is, but this is how it is for everybody that goes through chemo. It's pretty barbaric stuff. So that's, and I've also kind of, it's really put me off the fact that the DVLA have moved the goalposts. So they've taken my driving license away from me. They've revoked it again. This time it's for 2 years again. So they've stripped me of all my freedom that I was really enjoying. I mean, I was loving having those drives to work and back, and just getting about and seeing friends, especially seeing my friends in Wrexham. Yeah, and it's just a spanner in the works to all that, based on some doctors that have not examined me in person, like the local magistrates court. I was told by a woman today at Clatterbridge on the phone, and this was, I think, one of my specialist nurses, and she said, well, good luck with that in terms of going to a magistrate's court. Sarcastic positivity there, you know, like he thinks I'm doomed. Like it's like a lot of these people, like insurers and so on, if they're always looking for excuses to write people off as you know, they're just like hopeless case sort of thing. But I have several tricks up my sleeve, really. I am fighting this thing quite aggressively, a lot more aggressively. Yeah, I was going to say something about that Mueller investigation though. So it's this Russiagate is the name of this conspiracy theory. I was following the Young Turks. That's why I was talking about the Young Turks. Common problem. Sorry, full extract cannabis oil. Yeah, I would say that the Young Turks have almost it's like they're trying to see how far they can go in terms of still calling themselves progressive, while actually also being quite a big machine, like a big anyway, I gotta take my chemo now, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. Right, so yeah, thanks for listening. Vote for donate to Tulsi Gabbard's campaign if you're an American and you live there, because she's going to be leader. She needs to be leader of the free world, and we finally need a peace candidate. We need a peace president. We need to set a precedent of progressivism and peace, like real peace, not just supposed mad enforced the long peace. It's got to be like a genuine peace where we actually get out into space and start realizing that we're not the only ones. There is other intelligence out there, and I'm sure we'll find out just by sheer mathematics, just the numbers of stars. The probability just goes on and on. So anyway, I've got to take my chemo now, so thanks for listening to this podcast. Listen to me ramble, talk nonsense, bore you with political opinions, especially my English friends who probably don't follow American politics, but that's the only politics I'm following at the moment, because I'm on a Brexit strike. Okay. Right. Night everyone. Peace.